Hello class, good morning. If last meeting we talked about pigeon racing, today let's talk about the requirements for successful backyard fish pond. So what are the things that we need to consider in backyard fish pond? The first one is the availability of fresh stocks. The stock of fish pond operators in some government agencies like Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources, as well as the government and non-governmental agricultural cooperatives. So these are the in these people, stocks of fish are available and you can ensure good quality. So some fish ponds racers sometimes get their stocks from rivers, lakes, swamps, streams where the fish naturally abound. So number two is supply of fresh water. The supply of fresh water may come from rivers, lakes, ditches, canals, streams, swamps. Water suitable for fish ponds should be clear, clean, and fresh. The flow of water should be continuous the whole year round. There must be also abundant of aquatic plants. This can be used as food for the fish. It would be ideal if the backyard fish pond is near a canal, swamp, lake, or stream so that there is a continuous supply of fresh water. Next is soil. So the soil in your backyard fish pond must be considered. The most soil suitable for fish pond is sticky clay, which can either be sandy clay or clay loam. I will repeat, it's always clay type of soil. So the most suitable soil for fish pond is sticky clay, which can either be sandy or loam. A sandy clay is a combination of sand and clay, while clay loam is a combination of clay and loam. Next is drainage. The location of the fish pond must be at least 2 to 3 feet higher than the lowest water level as that of the river, so it could be easily drained during harvest season. So proper drainage is important for the following reasons. First is it costs less to construct. Next is it is easier to clear the site. It makes harvesting easy. It is convenient for applying fertilizer, and it facilitates the removal of undesirable microorganisms. So these are the reasons why is it that proper drainage is important. So the fifth one is knowledge on source of feeds. The feature of the land where the fish pond is to be built should be plain, not hilly or mountains. So actually, this is the topography of the site. The feature of the land where the fish pond is to be built should be plain, not hilly or mountains. A hilly or mountain terrain is difficult to manage, so it can be demolished or damaged by flash flood. So it's not advisable to put up a backyard fish pond in a hilly or mountainous. Next is knowledge on source of feeds. So here are the food for fish includes feeds coming from the following: dried chicken dung, rice bran, copper meal, and other agricultural products. You can also feed them with Japanese style fish meal and pellets which can be used as supplemental feeds. Another is kamote kangkong leaves, azolla, a free-floating water fern, and other edible green leafy vegetables. Aquatic plants such as planktons or algae which grow on the standing water, seaweeds, and other green plants that grow in ponds, swamps, or irrigation can be fed to, to fishes. And next is insects' eggs or larvae. So we can also feed the fish with insects' eggs and larvae. So next is the knowledge of feeding requirements. In determining the amount of feeds to be given for a stock, do the following. Just multiply the number of fingerlings by the average weight of the fingerlings, then multiply the product in step 1 to 3 to 5%, which is the daily feeding rate. So the average weight of fish is 50 grams or less. Then the feeding requirement must be 5%, 51 grams to 100 grams. It must be 4%, and more than 100 grams is 3%. Next is the knowledge of pond construction. So the knowledge of pond construction, a small fish pond in your backyard must have a dimension of 4 meters wide, 5 meters long, and 1.5 meters deep. Plaster the walls with sticky clays, then line the bottom of the pond with lime and manure. The use of manure and lime is for the vegetative production and prevent turbidity of the water. So when you say turbidity, it affects the penetration of sunlight to the bottom of the pond. More sunlight encourages better growth of vegetative plants. Lastly, fill the plants with water to about 1 meter high. And the last one is knowledge for fish stocking. It is safe to start 4 meter by 5 meter by 1.5 meter pond with 50 fingerlings like tilapia. It is advisable to stock early in the morning or early in the evening as the temperature of the water is just right. So what they want to tell here is you will transfer the fingerlings on the fish pond. It must be morning or early in the evening. Feed the fingerlings in the morning with rice, bran, fish feeds, or commercially prepared foods. As the fingerlings grow, it is good to remove the big ones so that the young ones will have more room for movement and cause less stress on the fish.